Get in.
Get in.
Get in.
Get in.
Get in.
And nau mai, haere mai, and welcome to Get In Otipoti, where my very special guests are Harriet and Greg, who are the two actors who are going to be performing in Every Brilliant Thing.
Kia ora, Brent.
Kia ora.
Kia ora, nice to have you here. We're going to take a bit of a stroll, probably just maybe go for a stroll around the Octagon,
Sure.
because I know you guys are in the middle of
Yep.
rehearsal.
Yes.
And I've just turned up today because I've heard a wee bit about your show, and I
Okay.
saw some curious Facebook posts with both of you in the photos and some post-it notes, and I thought, I need to know a wee bit more about this show.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, Every Brilliant Thing. Who wrote it and what is it about?
So it's written by someone called Duncan Macmillan, but it was sort of, would you say co-written, Greg? Created by Johnny Donahoe, who's
Yeah.
a comedian
Yep.
in the UK. Yeah. So it's about a list. It's about a list of every brilliant thing in the world. So
Wow, that's quite some list.
It is quite some list. The list ends up with 1 million things on it, actually. So it is quite some
Okay.
list. Well, I'm already puffed from that little short bit of
So, why a list?
So basically, the protagonist or in the show starts from a wee 7-year-old kid, and you sort of journey through various stages of their life into adulthood. But basically, this wee kid starts the list because their mother is significantly unwell, has significant mental health issues,
Yeah.
and the impact of that on the wee kid throughout their life. And so as a wee 7-year-old, they start this list as a way of sort of hoping to cheer mum up or give her something to live for,
Yeah, and
to
isn't
be
that the way?
inspired by.
Because kids often internalise what's happening to their parents as something that they are either responsible for or they need to fix.
Absolutely, and those are themes that pop up in the show,
Okay.
most definitely. So it's, basically the actor or the character is processing all of those things throughout their life with the things that happen in their life and how their experience of childhood and their experience of both of their parents actually, is affecting who they are, how they behave, how they think. Yeah.
Okay.
Would that be?
Yes.
Now, I understand this is a one-person show, so why is it that I am talking to two actors?
That's a very good question and well spotted.
Thank you.
It is a one-person show, but the beauty of it is that it's written that the character can be played by a male or female.
Okay.
Lara, in her wisdom, being the wonderful director and mentor that she is, was like, well, let's cast two people. Let's just have myself and Harriet, and then hopefully, I really would encourage people to do this, is to come and see it twice and see the different perspective on the character and the play that we bring to it.
Now, it's interesting that you say come and see it twice, because no show is ever going to be the same as the previous show.
Yeah, that's right.
Why is that?
Well, there's quite a bit of, now I know this is a scary word for a lot of people, or scary words, audience interaction. And some people will run a mile, and I actually am one of these people that do that. But we use members of the audience to play characters in our life. So our father, our sort of guidance counsellor at school. Who else, Harriet? Oh, I've gone to a blank. The vet.
Your partner?
Our partner, who we fall in love with
Yeah.
at university.
Yeah.
But it's all, and it is, and this is a genuine, I'm not just saying this, we take such good care of the audience that we will, it's very low pressure audience interaction, and if you don't want to do it, we will not make anyone do anything they don't want to do. But because of that, so much of it is semi-improvised, so it all depends on who we get up and what they give us in the story. It's really funny. It's beautiful.
And how do you feel about that as an actor?
At Christchurch, I started off doing theatre sports
way
back in the day, and sort of started working with scared scriptlers at the Court Theatre. So that's sort of my background.
Okay.
So I'm not sure about Harriet, but you're a stand-up comedian. You deal with it all the time, don't you?
Yeah, talk to us about how you're feeling about that.
Yeah, no, it's so for me, this is my first piece of professional straight theatre, if you like, and so
Right.
it's actually been like, I understand now why Lara has asked me to do it, and that is because of the improv or in the moment kind of stuff that I'm quite accustomed to with comedy and other improv stuff that I've done. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm curious about the lists, because there's audience participation. Are they generating the list, or are they sort of just making contributions from lists that are provided?
So what will happen is the list already exists.
Yeah.
And as audience members arrive, they'll be given little we don't want to give too much away, but they'll be given little post-it notes with a number and something on the list. And so basically when their number pops up in the play, that hopefully, if they followed instructions or if they're picking up on what we're putting down, they will call out what's written on the list to the corresponding number.
Now, you've mentioned that this is a professional production, and you've been sponsored by the Dunedin City Council.
Yeah, we have.
And I noticed in your Facebook post you're talking a wee bit about the groups and charities that will support the kaupapa of mental health and wellbeing. And
Yep.
And you've got a very special date for the opening of your show.
Yeah, so we open on the 10th of September, which also happens to be World Suicide Prevention Day.
Yeah.
And we've been really lucky to have the support from Life Matters in this mahi. I know that they wrote letters of support for Lara and the production company when she was applying for funding. And it's also going to be, because it's World Suicide Prevention Day, there's also a Life Matters vigil in the Octagon, basically at the same time as our opening night. So if you're not coming to the show, you should be in the Octagon, and if you're not in the Octagon, you should be coming to the show.
Fantastic. Nothing like a bit of subtle pressure from Harriet Moir. So, Greg, we've talked about the fact that it's a one-person show.
Yes.
And there's two actors. I immediately kind of think, is that critical in terms of devising the show, to have someone to work off? I mean, what's the process of devising a show that is largely improvised?
Yeah, it's been a very interesting rehearsal process, because so much of it is audience interaction and dependent on what happens with the audience. So as Harriet knows, we've probably been spending half our time pretending to be audience members. So when Harriet's sort of going through her section, I'll be pretending, Lara and I will be trying to be different audience members. So it's been a bit of a very unique rehearsal process. But we are getting some test audiences, and we're going into John McGlashan School next week to just do a very rough run through with their drama students.
Right.
Which will be interesting but scary, but it'll be amazing just to get some people up and some,
That is,
because I know Harriet is sick of using me as her dad, which is I totally get that.
So that's really putting yourselves out there, isn't it?
Yeah, and I mean it's such a unique piece of work, and it's just a really beautiful piece of writing, and deals with a very sensitive and serious issue, but in a really uplifting way. So.
And we're taking it out to the community, because we're not in a theatre somewhere, are we? Where are we?
Most of the shows are in the hall at Dunedin North Intermediate.
Okay.
So it's actually designed not to be done in a conventional theatre space.
Why is that?
It's all about having a shared experience. So it's different to your typical piece of theatre where the audience comes in and they're completely removed from what's happening on the stage above them or down below, where you're quite separate. So because of all the audience engagement and because of the themes, and I think the whole idea is it's supposed to be a really uplifting, shared, warm, engaging, thoughtful experience for everyone in the room. Yeah. So it's really important that we're all just one and the same.
And a thought that just occurs to me is, when you say that it's going to be at D&I kind of think maybe as an audience you'd feel a bit safer participating in a more open forum like a school hall than you would in a black box theatre.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, so
oh yes.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Yes, well, I'm lucky enough to do the show at Waitati Hall, which will be so cool.
Yeah,
I'm really looking forward to that. So, but yeah, as Harriet said, it's just designed to be. There's no big light. You don't really need lights. Just need a basic sound system and put some chairs around, and that's it.
It makes me think of low production values, high integrity. actually.
Exactly.
Hey, there's a lot to be said for low production values. I mean, check out the expense we went to on that microphone stand. And I would like to give it up to the Dish, who very kindly supplied that to me 18 months ago. Sam, if you're watching, it's still working. Okay, so we're at Waitati, we're at D&I.
Yep.
It's alternate performances.
That's right.
What else do we need to know about Every Brilliant Thing?
Just that you should come. Like, I can't encourage you enough to come. Like, I feel like there'd be something in this for everyone. There'll be those of you who have personal experience of mental health. There'll be those of you who have experience of friends and family who suffer with mental health issues. I think it's just really, and even if you don't tick either of those boxes, it's just a really, really touching human experience. And it's really natural, it's really comfortable, and it's also hilarious. And Greg's amazing, and Lara's amazing, and Tabitha, our sound designer, she's amazing.
Tabitha Littlejohn, respect.
Harriet's amazing.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
It's very important.
Have you worked with Harriet? Have you worked with Lara before?
I've worked with Lara many, many times. Yep.
Have you worked with Harriet before?
No, we got very close. We were meant to do the complete works of William Shakespeare abridged for the Summer Shakespeare a couple of years
And
ago.
I saw you in that.
Yes, I was quite good, wasn't I?
Oh, you were amazing.
Thanks.
Yeah.
But Harriet and I have sort of we've been cross paths many times. But it's
Okay,
so
and now you get to work together on this really special project.
yeah, we do.
Together, but not
Although we're not actually sort of performing together,
Yeah.
but well,
Do you attend each other's shows?
I will be. Well, maybe not all of them, Greg. I might like a night off.
you
but-
live literally a minute
I know,
away
I
from
will
D
be.
and
I
I,
will
so
be, but it'll just be so interesting to see how it manifests every night.
it's like you've just got to walk a minute and you can see me.
All right, I'll come in my slippers.
Yeah, okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if I forget lines, you just yell them out.
Where could we go to get tickets for this event?
So you can follow Lara McGregor's production company called
That's-
Birds of a Feather.
And you should know that if you attended Prima Facie last year,
exactly.
you'll have that
so
in your
it's
life.
a relatively new theatre company, but
Yep.
she's doing amazing things.
Yep.
And you can get your tickets from trybooking.co.nz.
Okay.
So either look up Birds of a Feather and follow the links,
And that's just
or
scrolling along the bottom of the screen as we talk now. So yeah, get
Try
yourself
booking.
in there. And here we are, and look at this, we're at the hallowed halls of Interact. And I'll have to come over here because it wants to keep its eye on you. But big respect to Interact and the contribution they make to the Dunedin
That's our
art scene.
rehearsal
Yes, thank you, Cindy. Amazing.
Yep, God
so
bless you,
good.
Cindy. Let's go in and see, because maybe Lara could be here and she could give us a few final words. So, Lara,
Hi.
Birds of a Feather,
Yes.
second production here
Second
in
production.
Otipoti after last year's Prima Facie.
Yes.
Why Every Brilliant Thing?
Good question. Actually, ultimately, it's because not that the show is similar to Prima Facie, it's not, but it has a sort of social, political, message to it, which I wanted to kind of keep a little of a similarity there. But the difference with this, of course, there's no set, there's no lights, there's no extravaganza. It's just the actor and the audience, and a very simple art of storytelling.
Why is it important to have the audience's participation in a show like this?
It actually brings a sense of community to the experience that it certainly wouldn't have without it. So there's no fourth wall, as we call it, say in the theatre world.
Yeah.
Meaning, for those who don't know what the fourth wall is that the wall, the imaginary wall between the actor and the audience is not there in this case. So, and everyone's in it together. And I think that's important, especially dealing with some of the subject matter that it deals with, and the fact that we're all in this life together.
And yet
Yeah.
a lot of those subjects you are dealing with are about people's loneliness and isolation from others, and it feels like the message is no one really is truly alone or isolated, and we can do our best to support people in that way.
Yeah, and this is gentle and
Yeah.
funny and heartwarming, and doesn't shy away from talking about things that we all experience in our lifetimes.
So we've talked to your performers, we've talked to you as director. Who else have you got in your amazing team?
Oh, well, funnily enough, something I prepared earlier.
Hello, Tabitha.
Hello, Brent.
There you go. How are you?
I'm good. How
No
are you?
mai, haere mai. Welcome to Get in Oti Poti. And what is your role on the show?
I'm doing the sound design and operation.
Excellent. And working in the D&I Community Hall and out at Waitati, does that present any challenges for you?
We have to bring the sound system ourselves and set it up every night. That's about it.
Okay.
This is for 12 years and up, this show.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, 12 years and up?
Yes. And it does open on the 10th of September, which is World Suicide Prevention Day. And of course, Life Matters, which has supported us through this, providing us with a lot of resource to have at our fingertips. Are also holding a vigil in the Octagon that night. Unfortunately, at the same time, we didn't plan that well, but
So concurrent events.
yes,
There we go.
Which are both parallel in their thinking.
Well, lovely. Now, Greg and Harriet, I'll have to call you over because we're probably going to do our very first quadruple Get in Oti Poti. Are we ready?
We're
So
all in.
that's every brilliant thing, which is opening on September the 10th at D&I Intermediate, and is also going to be on out at the Waitati Hall.
On the 16th.
On the 16th.
Yep. And the whole season runs till the 21st.
Wow, there's all the information you need. So, what do we do, Oti Poti? Get in Oti Poti! Yes!
Get in Oti Poti!